Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're just gonna do a quick discussion about Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Before we get into this video, give us a like or subscribe. Yes, we just want to do a quick video about current box office numbers. Right now, it sits at $936 million.
Worldwide.
That's worldwide right now. Domestic, it's almost even between domestic and international. I mean,
So how long's the movie been out?
it's been out
3 weeks now.
No, that was only 2 weeks.
December 20th. Do the following 27th.
So almost 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's
3
almost
weeks.
3 weeks. It's almost at $1 billion.
And it's projected to hit $1 billion by this weekend, Saturday. That's what a couple articles are saying. But
I know it's gone down, which is kind of the nature of the beast. I think people are like, oh my god, it went down this much. Well, you can only go see a movie so many times, and people are like, there's still people going to see it. It's not like nobody's going to see it still.
And I don't mean to cut you off. I understand. And I kind of like how it's making this much money, despite the critics and haters trashing it. And I understand a lot of people have mixed reviews about how Disney's been handling Star Wars, and ever since they purchased Lucasfilm, and that Kathleen Kennedy's the president of Lucasfilm. I understand people aren't really happy with the way they're going with this, but my view, and this is just my opinion, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't think it is.
I thought it was pretty good.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm just talking about the sequel trilogy. It's not that bad. The only thing I could really say I really hated was Episode 8, Last Jedi, because that movie was a cringe fest. It was garbage.
There was some good spots.
There was
some parts that were kind of like, what?
But it was just
I didn't
cringe.
Like how Luke's character was portrayed. That was like my big thing, was how he was portrayed. Like he should have been, Luke Skywalker. Like, I don't know,
the good guy. He's supposed to act like a hero.
He was kind of cynical and just I don't know, didn't really care at the beginning about the Jedi, even though he's supposed to be the last master Jedi left.
And yet he takes a lightsaber and Rey's like, "Here you go," and Luke's like,
"Yeah."
It's like what?
Like I thought that was a really dumb scene.
But and then the news. Then obviously after Episode 8 ended, and I started hearing the news about them filming the last one. I know there were a couple articles saying, that the ending, like they're having trouble with the ending, like how they're gonna end it all. And then there are rumors that they bought George Lucas in, and Lucas tried giving ideas, and Kathleen Kennedy's like, "No, we don't want to use your." And then he went to Bob Iger. Then Bob's like, "Well, I don't know if this is gonna work," and because and the funny part was about Palpatine. Now, this is something I'm not a huge fan of. They still don't address how he comes back.
Well, they said that actually I read that they did do some scenes which explains how he came back, but they thought it would take away from the direction
of the film.
Yeah, they said, but there was scenes. I think they said there was scenes. I don't know if the scenes were shot or they were just like there was a script or whatever that was made for explaining how he survived. I don't remember exactly what the story was, but they said that they had a way to explain it, but they didn't put it in the movie. So I don't know if it's like I said, I don't know if they shot something or if it was just something that they discussed. If there was any kind of a script for that part, I don't know. But yeah, I don't care for the fact that there's here he is, Palpatine's back. Like no real way of explaining, but
they should have explained it. But I agree that it was cool to see him back on screen, and I kind of like with his character, because like I said, Ian, I screw up his last name. McDermott, is that how you say?
No, McDermott.
McDarwin. Sorry, my bad. No, I like the way they did with this character. They brought that evil sense in him, that horror. That's something I think that Star Wars is. I mean, I like the character of Palpatine in this. They brought like the evil lore back. Like he's all evil and like.
Yeah, Snoke didn't really do much for me. He wasn't really somebody. He didn't really.
Now there was
seemed
something
really
I
bad.
did read about Snoke. So what happened was, when Abrams knew that Ryan Johnson was going to kill up Snoke, he didn't know what to do, because so then he went to Lucasfilm and they had a meeting, and then J.J. Abrams is like, well, how are we gonna figure out? We gotta address how, like, where he came from, and Kathleen Kennedy and one of the producers said, let's just bring Palpatine back and say that it was just a clone, and Abrams wasn't a huge fan of the idea. And so then I think that's why they brought George Lucas back. And George Lucas, he didn't like the idea either, but he's like, well, this is the only way. Let's just do it then. And they ended up saying, because, when Kylo goes, I killed Snoke, I'll kill you. And Palpatine starts, like, chuckling. He's like, my boy, I killed Snoke. I made Snoke.
He was definitely more evil than
That-
the other bad guy.
As soon as the teaser trailer came out and I heard Palpatine's laugh, I exactly knew. I said, yep, Snoke was a clone. Palpatine made him all this time. But there's so many questions, and I hope they do like some sort of an extension cut when it comes out on DVD. There's so many questions in this film they don't address. Like, I hope they filmed that Palpatine thing you were telling me about, how he does come back. Because the line in the movie, he's when Kylo goes, yeah, well, I killed him, I'll just kill you too. And, Kylo goes, well, before I do that, you'll die first. And Palpatine goes, I died before. So clearly he did die on the Death Star when it exploded. But the problem is, he got thrown in a reactor. You would think his body would be vaporized and shredded and disintegrated. But no, they had to make him survive somehow. And there's multiple theories. Some people are like, he went into an escape pod, and he just flew out into outer space. And I don't know. I mean, that's something I don't like they did with this. And they didn't address that. I'm not saying it was pointless to bring him back. I like how they did it, but I just don't like the things that they did along with it.
I think it can kind of get up. So I mean, I think we're supposed to be talking about how much money this thing's making. I think it's funny how it's up to 936 million.
And yeah, we get all these haters.
It's funny, if you watch YouTube enough, there's plenty of channels out there. Oh my god!
Just like the I'll let it go.
So
any other things we should talk about in the film?
We should talk about that. I want to talk about the box office. I mean, it's at 936 million, which is still pretty.
It's going to hit 1
People
billion.
It's a flop. It sucks. Rotten Tomatoes. Disney's paying for people to give good reviews. Rotten Tomatoes is lying. All right, I don't understand. I can't say that mentality. Like, why would Disney pay anybody to lie?
That's ridiculous.
I
could see. Well, now that I think of it.
Well, let me finish my thought here.
Hold on, I got something in my head.
No, they have billions and billions of dollars. What makes zero sense to pay anybody to lie about a movie? But people don't think about that. Like, it just blows my mind. You know how much money Disney, now that they own Marvel and Fox, and I forget that they own Hulu, I forget what else they own. They own so much, and they have so much money to pay anybody, or to pay a website like Rotten Tomatoes for what gain? What gain are they going to get out of it? The movie's going to make money regardless. They're not going to go and pay them. It's like, what? Okay, we have billions of dollars. Let me pay you so I can make an additional billion. That's absurd. Like,
you done yet?
No, I'm not done yet. It just makes no sense to me that people do that. Like, Disney's paying these people to give review. Why? They have billions of dollars. They don't need the money. If this movie didn't make $1, Disney would be fine. They wouldn't. Disney's not going to be ruined because of one bad movie. I just think it's funny. Okay. And a lot of people give positive reviews, and there's plenty of people still watching. I know plenty of friends and family they've seen this when they all like it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go on with your thought. You're gonna cut me off. Go ahead.
I'm not cutting you off.
Go ahead.
You've been ranting for 5 minutes now.
It was a minute and a half. Go ahead.
All right. So back. No. Like I said, I'm glad it's about to reach 1 billion. That's what we all hope. No, but I just want to talk more about the movie. I will say, despite the questions I want answered, I thought it was good. I didn't. I felt there's one thing I will say too. It felt a little bit rushed. I felt like they were kind of rushing this film. Like the scenes went by so quick, and it felt like I was sitting there forever. But it just felt rushed at the same time. It's like they went from this scene to the. It's like whoa. It's like slow down. Like
Well, that's because they say it almost was made into two different movies because there was a lot of information, a lot of things going on.
I was reading. They said, based on the script and what the producers and writers and screenwriters and all that, they said they could have made this into two parts that they could have.
Well,
That's like Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Like they made it into two. I wish it wasn't two parts. I mean, but what would it be called? But it's going to be Episode 9 Part 1, then Episode 9 Part 2. Like I wish, honestly, if it was going to be two parts, I'd rather watch like a 4-hour film of this. I would sit there for 4 hours and watch all of it.
It's a long movie.
I would though. I mean, just to hear what they're going to say.
Like Endgame, how long was that movie? 3 hours?
3 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah, so we sat through that.
And then the DVD comes on and it's like another 4 hours or whatever. Because there's more scenes and deleted scenes they added into it. But no, I'm curious to see what Disney has in store for future Star Wars films. I know they already have 3 more lined up for starting 2022, but I don't know if those are spin-off films or if it's going to be prequels to the Skywalker saga. There's been rumors about they're supposedly making movies about the Old Republic. We don't know if that's true or not, but there are rumors that Lucasfilm has planned for the High Republic, or some people call it the Old Republic. I want to see that happen. I really do, because I've heard stories from people about how they show the Sith ruling during the time, fighting the Jedi. This is 400 years before the Skywalker saga arrives. But if they're going to make the Old Republic movies, they better do it right. Because, Mandalorian was successful. The Han Solo movie, that was alright. That was okay. This film was good / okay. Episode 7 was great. Episode 8 was just terrible. So I hope Disney goes in the right direction, and Kathleen Kennedy's contract is coming up.
Yeah, she will be renewed. I heard John Favreau's might be taking it over him.
I hope he does, because that man is such a great director.
Mandalorian, which is good.
He's such a great director. I mean, he's a good writer and a good storyteller. And he wrote the first season of Mandalorian, the second season of Mandalorian. He's such a good storyteller. And I hope, if he ends up taking over, I hope he puts Lucasfilm back in the correct direction of Star Wars. Because the way Kathleen Kennedy and her people have been handling it are just terrible. Just a terrible way they're going in this. Honestly, I'm glad they closed the Skywalker saga out for good, so we don't have to worry about future films, regarding stuff like this again. But they need better storytelling. Just better. I'm not saying the movies are bad. They just need better storytelling. Because some of the things in these movies don't make sense to me. It's like, well, why would you kill off Snoke if he's supposed to be this big, bad villain?
Because Palpatine created him, so he really wasn't a big, bad guy. It's more or less Palpatine.
Yeah, but even before 7 was coming out, there's Snoke's going to be the villain in this entire trilogy.
I know.
And then they kill him off. It's like, well, why would Rian Johnson... By the way, Rian Johnson, not a good director. Why would you kill this huge guy off? Oh, there's my pen. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. But
we're supposed to be talking about
we are. Well, what else am I going to say about the box office? It's going to reach $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean...
soon. This weekend, possibly.
I just wonder what all the people who are hating on Star Wars are going to... I'm sure they're going to come up with something else. Even if it hits $1 billion, they're going to still say it's a flop, which I don't understand how you make $1 billion.
I mean, the haters are haters.
It's a flop. I don't understand that. It just, all it's ridiculous conspiracy theories. I don't know. I can't say there's a lot of videos out there that talk like that. And it's just ridiculous to me. If you don't like it, don't go watch it. That's the way I look at it. If you like it, then you like it. But sit to keep complaining about it over, day after day after day, then Star Wars isn't for you.
Like I said, if you're a hater of Star Wars or a critic of Star Wars, don't go watch Star Wars. Don't ever watch Star Wars again. Like don't be going online trashing this movie. It's like if you hate it, and I'll respect everyone's opinion. If you hate Star Wars, that's fine. But please do not go online and ruin it for other people that loved Star Wars. Don't do that. But if you hate it, then that's fine. You don't watch don't watch the TV, don't watch anything. Watch something else those haters and people like, but please do not go online and trash this movie for other people, because there's diehard Star Wars fans out there. Even kids love Star Wars despite how bad it's been. God,
You said it was good, and I'm saying it's bad.
No, I'm just talking about future Star Wars movies.
Right.
If they ever work, don't go online and trash it.
Right.
Keep it to yourself, please.
All right, anyways, I think we should wrap this up.
This is like a 20-minute rant.
Yeah. Well,
How many minutes
on and on about the movie? And I was trying.
You too. You've been going on and on.
I was talking about how much money it's making and how well.
Yeah, and then you went on a rant about the storytelling. Wow.
Anyways, I think we're going to wrap this video up. If you guys like this video and you like Star Wars,
like
give us
us,
a like and subscribe. Until next time.